Hi everyone, this is AlphaAli. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review. This is actually for Pearlescent, and I believe this is Pearlescent's first ever VOD, which is going to be absolutely lovely to see. They are Silver 2, and they basically just want help with looking for positioning, damage boost usage, and decision making. So quite a few things are Pearlescent, so but I feel like I could definitely help you out with your positioning mainly, because as you get better with your positioning will, help enable your decision making as well, because if you're in a good position already, then, it's very easy to make decisions, compared to if you're in a bad decision, sorry, in a bad place. I feel like it's like you end getting a little bit mixed up and everything. And also just damage boost usage, obviously, with the Mercy changes and everything, well, I say changes, obviously the DPS passive, it means that we have to heal a little bit more now, but at the same time, I will still obviously try my best to try and look out for when we can damage boost. But if you guys are wanting your own VOD review, would you like your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch on Sundays at 2 p.m. in the UK, but don't worry if you can't make that time, as I also do them offline and upload them straight to YouTube as well. They only cost 7,500 Koala Moolah, or channel points as they're probably better known, which you can get completely for free by watching like my streams basically. I also stream on Wednesdays, Fridays and Saturdays at around 5:30 p.m. UK, so be sure to hop on over there, get saving, and you can have your very own VOD either shown live on stream or be done offline and just be posted to YouTube afterwards. For more info, do not be afraid to hop into the stream or come and join the Koala Creek Discord and ask one of my lovely mods over there. The link for that will be in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yeah, so I guess we'll just kind of get straight into the VOD. We have got ourselves as well another Mythic Mercy VOD. I'm loving seeing all the like different combos for Mythic Mercy right now. I believe this is the basic one though, but we do have the cute little Talon charm with it as well, which looks absolutely adorable. And yes, so I guess I'll just get straight into the VOD. But before I do start, I just want to quickly pull on something for you, sweet. And this is if we go all the way, if we go up here, we can stand on these like little ledges like this. So there's like this one you can stand on, this one and this one. These two aren't as useful as this one. This one is so useful because what happens is at the start, your team will obviously be looking to kind of like push this, obviously this, this spawn and everything like that. But then what's going to happen is when obviously they start rotating around this corner, we can then rotate from this high ground all the way up to, yeah, you can stand up on here. Honestly, it's, Neandra first showed it to me when I think is when the content creators got first like obviously access, and Neandra was like, look, you can stand here, and I'm like, stop. But yeah, no, it's so handy because you can just like literally all you can do is you can vibe up here, you have complete LOS of all your team, and you can reach beams on people really easily here because it's not too high up off the ground. Also, if people start rotating from underneath you, then you can just like vibe above them and then look to like rotate up there, for example. The only issue that you have is obviously if people come from that angle there, which sometimes Widowmakers appear from, or if there's like, if the enemy team's got a Sombra, sometimes the Sombra will like rotate and then come up here and then try to get someone that's like main basically. But it's so handy to like kind of like just vibe up on here. But it's a super nice like, little piece of cover. So yeah, no, it's not embarrassing, sweet, trust me. Though I want to do a series at some point, kind of talking about like some of my favorite like not well known standing points on different maps, because there's a point on Colosseo as well, which I used very recently in one of my games, and a load of people still don't know about this like little like mini spot. But it's enough of like me talking about my spot. I'm gonna get back onto you. That's not you. That's you. And I guess we'll kind of like just get going again. So looking at our team as well, we have ourselves a Bastion, Sojourn, Rhine, Bap, really good comp for Mercy here. Nicely going obviously to top him up. Obviously this will be a perfect time for you to use your positioning up there. Yeah, I feel like the positioning I've just kind of told you about would have helped you out so much. I love your beam straight onto that Sojourn though, as soon as she gets dove in. Okay. Quick little thing we could have done already to start off, okay? So we managed to save the Sojourn, which is absolutely great. Love how quickly you put your beam onto it in order to try and like help enable, help her. But then as soon as she gets above that kind of like half HP level, just go and focus the damage boost on your Bastion or like your Sojourn as well. Because what's going to happen is these guys can very easily quickly melt down this this Sombra really quickly, because we want to try and melt her down before she has a chance to be able to translocate away. Or like make her like really panic basically. So as soon as she's like a little bit healthy and we know that she's going to be okay because she's quite a safe distance away from the Sombra when she was over here, so I would focus the damage boost here a little bit more, try to finish up that kill quickly. Because and really good kind of like, I guess the best way to explain it is, yes, someone will be half HP, but do you think it's better to eliminate the source of the damage and then go back and heal? Or just heal throughout it, because that other person could also be healed throughout it, and then you just end up in like this like stalemate. you want to try and give your team that advantage, which is with your damage boost. So as soon as they are what I would consider as like healthy, obviously this comes more with like time as you play the game, more you'll understand how much damage someone can take and how much damage a certain hero would do to another one. But as like a general thing, you can look at the type of hero and the range of the hero, and then look to see whether we can push damage boost or not. Really key example, we'll take Ashe and Sombra as like, so we're in one scenario being attacked by an Ashe and one scenario being attacked by Sombra. Sombra has to be very close range to us in order to do a lot of damage. So if the Sombra's far away, then we're fine. With Ashe, Ashe can do quite a bit of damage up close and far away. So I would look to maybe heal them up a little bit more and make sure it's above the threshold for her to do a headshot, or she's got most of the damage boost headshot. It's just overall just kind of assessing the scenario. But yeah, so we can definitely just push the damage boost a little bit more. But hopefully that kind of helps you a little bit more with how we can kind of, I guess, utilize the damage boost a little bit. But we'll keep going though. Overall, really, really great so far. Whenever Bastion's in turret form, try to push the damage boost on him. Nice damage boost here. Really, really nice. Like how you've just done with your Bastion there. Really, really good beam management there. Obviously, we're going to go in damage boost to get rid of the Moira, and then you go and heal up afterwards. Perfect beam management. Really nice, that Pearlescent. That's fine. You're good to top up your Ryan there. Love that. Love that. In case people didn't just see what Pearlescent just did there, that was a little GA bunny hop. Perfect for these like kind of moments where you don't want to use a sling, basically, because you want to try and create that distance, but at the same time, you know, like not utilize the big GA. Obviously the sling GA, because then it, you know, bigger cooldown. I love the bunny hop and keep using it. Really, really nice Pearlescent. Love that. Obviously, same thing again, I would be stood up on the little balcony bit, but, you know, you didn't know about that, so it's all good. Nice. Okay, so we know that the... Oh, I hope you said her. Nice. Oh, okay. Right. We've seen this Echo now, and we know where this Echo is. Where would we like to play while this is happening, okay? So it's all good, like, you know, we know that she's here because we've ended up seeing her, and you're like, ah, okay. So instead of, like, panicking, because, you know, you end up doing, like, this panic GA, think to yourself, okay, how is the Echo going to get us? And what we could do here is we could actually kind of bait out the Echo if we want to. Because what I would do here is I'll be like, okay, I've sent the Echo. I would just keep on playing here. Because we've still got a really good LOS of our Sojourn. But also, let's say she goes to go and attack us. We can then use our GA then to kind of like GA ourselves away from when she's going to use the stickies. Maybe come up to here. Maybe come behind the car or something, basically. Just so we can play out of LOS, you know, out of the, what's called? The Echo. Obviously, in this scenario, she ended up going to go and attack your back, which is really, really great. But just obviously remember when when someone's attacking you like this, try not just to kind of like randomly GA out into the open like this. Use your GA to get yourself into a piece of cover, maybe like under here or just something that's going to be out of the LOS of her. But we'll keep going though. I'm going to see what we end up doing for this team fight. So nice peel for Soj. Obviously, nice pings. Nice. I would have made... Oh, okay. Yeah, I was just about to say, I would have made that as a sling all the way up to your BAP. My team didn't know she was there, so that's why I flipped to pick her. No, it's alright, though. So, guys, if you know that she's there, because with pings are great. Pings are really, really useful for your team. But don't be going out of your way to ping stuff, if you get me. Because you don't want to risk your life to go for a ping. You know, because it depends if you're in VC or not as well, because obviously it's easier if people are in VC and you can, like, talk to people. I know, like, myself, for example, I don't really tend to talk in VC that much due to various reasons. So it might be more useful, you know, to ping and everything like that. But obviously, at the same time, don't be going out of your way to do these pings. Instead, just kind of notice in your head, I know where she is. And then if you know that she's going to go for someone, like say she, you know, she wants to go onto the BAP or something like that, you can know in your head and already be pre-prepared to go and help that BAP. So it's just better if, like, if you end up, you know, if she's in a good, you know, good spot for you to ping, by all means do it. But don't be going out of your way for these pings, if you get me. Going back to the Sombra. Just quickly put that away. So with the Sombra, we don't want to be kind of like just J'ing out, you know, like using our GA to then go up, do like a little super jump. If you see like me play, I will very rarely use my GA like super jump. And the reasoning is because if it, you know, it's so much easier and so much more efficient to be able to do a sling up to here instead. The reasoning is because if you do a sling compared to a super jump and then kind of like hover over, it's just 10 times quicker and gets you to exactly where you need to be for the exact same GA, you know, the exact same cooldown as well, right? Plus, as well, Bab's got lamp up right now, so lamp provides, you know, a quite, like, nice little bit of cover as well. So if we can, just obviously, you know, G ourselves and come all the way up here, basically, just as a straight thing, just so we avoid being hacked by the Sombra and everything. But we keep going. It's really great how you go straight to your cover, though. I feel like at that point, we're just kind of losing people. Nice. I look to sling back. Nice sling straight into cover. Nice. So instead of doing, like, a mini sling here, what we can do is we can actually GA to our BAP instead of do a buddy hop. Just once again, it'll save the GA cooldown, but it's just like a little like piece of advice. Because I've said it twice as we've been backing off. We have the BAP behind us, so don't be afraid just to quickly GA to him if we need to. But it's all good. We keep going. Nice. Really nice cover usage here as well. Really, really nice. Do a wall bounce here. Instead of going out into the LOS of the enemies and then coming back around here, I would rather you did a wall bounce here, because your soldier's still here, right? And we want to obviously rotate. Can we see how, like, if we rotate this way, how many people got LOS of us? Instead, what we can do here is we can pop our beam onto the sojourn and just do a quick little... What you do is, you press your GA, you'll end up GAing into the wall, turn to the way you want to go, and then do a sling. It will get you to the exact same position to go and help your Sojourn, but you've not taken any damage, or you've not had any risk of taking damage, and it's just such, like a safer way. The reason why I'm saying this is because if you end up doing these, like, riskier movements like this, and they have, well, let's take this comp, for example, before I talk about other scenarios. We have Junker Queen. Junker Queen has knife. If we end up getting knifed during our slingshot, we end up getting pulled in, ba-bing, bada-boom, we're gone. With Sombra can very easily just stand there and hack us as we're doing it. Oh no, we're still out in the open. We're dead, okay? With other key examples, we have things like a Roadhog hook. If we know Roadhog has got hook, we don't want to be jaying out into like these open bits, basically. I don't want to like dig into you too much because I feel like your movement so far has been really, really great, especially, you kind of like coming into GA in like this kind of thing. But it's just a very kind of like, just a tiny little correction, basically, just be able just to do that, basically. We'll keep going. Go back onto you. Really, really great. Nice rotation. Nice helping with your Rhine. Nice focusing here. Nice. I don't mind the Valkyrie, to be honest. Nice push on the damage boost here. Honestly, no issues there. They're honestly great. That's not on you. Really nice res. However, I want you to do this res earlier. It was really, really good. Don't get me wrong. I love this res, especially with your cover, especially how you end up, pushing forward so much to go and do it. Absolutely amazing. The way we can improve this res is actually doing it when the Bastional's happening. You'll see this a lot. Like, with some ultimates, they'll either get absolutely loads of kills or they're like there to zone. Really key examples are Cast High Noon, Diva Bomb, obviously Bastional and everything like that. The reasoning is because a lot of people will be zoned because, they don't want to step into it. So, for example, the Bastional was dropping around here. They're not going to, want to be in this area. And they're running quite a short range comp as well, remember, because Junk Queen has to be quite close in order to do damage. So it has to be quite close to do damage, and obviously Moira and Lifeweaver, they're not going to be able to do anything at the distance that you're at. So don't get me wrong, this is a perfect res Pearlescent. I'm saying this is a really, really nice res from you. Really good, obviously, knowledge of, like, the distance of the res, going behind cover for the res as well. Really, really nice. Knowing as well that your team is out here for you to J back to if you need to. Just my only slight little thing, do it quicker, because then you would have more cover and more kind of space to do it because of the Bastional. Alright? But we'll keep on going though. Really, really nice res. I'm gonna see what ends up happening now after this. So we end up going straight back to our thing. Nice use of cover here. I like how you just end up obviously like playing right round the side and everything. Away from her. Nice. Oh no, it's just Sojourn AFK. What we could do there, I don't know why she went AFK, I'm gonna be honest. What we could do here though is we can body block for people. Whenever they're with Sombra, I like to try and body block once the cube is gone. I don't know what the actual name of the cube is, but it's like, how like she fires the cube out? kind of wait for her to do that, because obviously at that point whoever's been hacked with the cube is going to be really, really vulnerable to the Sombra, because the Sombra will do extra damage to them. So after the cube's been fired, you can kind of like just jig yourself in front of them and just do like a little bit of like crouch spamming and that, you know, just because you want to try and keep them alive. Now obviously this is also partially your Sojourn's fault, because I don't know why she's AFK when the team fight isn't finished. But we could definitely like look to do that basically. But all good so far though. Honestly, I feel like at the moment it's like very, very minor things, to be honest. It's all good. Nice. Love how you go back to your Bastion now. I'd say with your Bastion here, I would just vibe up on the high ground with the Bastion here. Because he has like a better angle compared to your Sojourn right now, because she's trying to find the Sombra. The only thing, obviously, with the Sojourn, if she's still trying to look for the Sombra, just keep like half an eye on her, just to make sure that she's okay. But it's all good. We'll keep going. Let's see, end up obviously helping there. Let's peel for Bap. I love how far back you're playing. Ooh, go on. Ooh, okay. Okay. Ooh, okay. Okay. I feel like you'll know this, Pearlescent, that this was a mistake. Yeah, I've already said from what you said. Okay, let's quickly rewind it, because I want to talk about this. So, first of all, really good positioning, like playing like far back, like really like max beam range. My only thing is when you're kind of like in these, because it feels like to me, when you're in some kind of like stressful team fights, you forget all about your positioning, which like, because at the start of team fights, your position is really, really great, especially because, you know, like you're constantly, you know, you were using the rooms and everything like that. But when it gets, the team fight gets a little bit more stressful, I feel like you slowly drift main, okay? Still keep really tight to these walls. Keep playing tight around here, because if you play here, you're still gonna be out of the LOS of the Sombra EMP. And you can still help your team out. So that's just a quick little thing. Love how you're playing that distance though. I thought she was low. No, it's alright, sweet though. I will keep on going though, because I want to like kind of break this team fight down to you. So this is fine. You're going to go and help the Rhine here. That's fine. My other thing is, don't GA yourself in. You could like, remember, if we're safe, stay in that space. We're also still in beam range of our Rhine, so we could just kind of vibe here. Now, we look to the Echo. Do not go for this res here, because obviously the Echo is like going to be fighting us, because we've obviously got to just go and challenge the Echo. And the Echo's going to be like, I'm not going to die to a Mercy. So obviously the Echo is going to start challenging you, right? I would kind of fire a few bullets at the Echo. If the Echo is really weak, go for it, and then in which case go for the res. However, if we like, you know, we need to make sure that we can see her health bar when we shoot her. Bear in mind, as soon as we hit a shot onto her, we'll be able to see her health bar. As soon as we know that she's not weak at all, we get out of there, because we don't want to be, you know, with this Echo. So I instead of like coming up to come and do this, instead, I would be looking, like, so I would fire my few shots. Okay, she's like pretty much full HP. That's fine, let's drop back. Oh, she wants to come and challenge me now with her stickies. That's fine. Yay! And we're safe, okay? Don't get me wrong, like, your bat peeled for you so well here as well. Nice how you abandoned the res though, really, really nice. Nice. Love how you go straight back to that cover. Play your safety right now. We don't need to be going in right now, because we're like quite weak. And also, what advantage are we getting from coming over here? Like, we are not getting, in fact, we're actually getting worse positioning here by coming up here, because we're actually closer to the enemies compared to where we were before. We were completely fine. Obviously, yes, we do get pressured by the Echo, but look to see where we can go in order to avoid the Echo. We can G ourselves to another piece of cover, like behind this little barrier here. If we desperately need to, we can sling ourselves all the way out here to the health pack, but I wouldn't recommend it unless you feel like a little bit weaker. But just honestly, just keep on playing your cover, come back around here, and just play smart, play away from the Echo as well. Remember as well, the further you are away from the Echo, the harder it is for her to hit her shots, because Echo, she's not like massively close range, but like, you know, if you're close to the Echo, she's gonna obviously, you know, hit shots easier. So I just look to do this sling behind this piece of cover or something here, basically. But we'll keep on going though, because remember, if we're safe, stay in that space. Nice. Make sure we're putting our beamers to the Sojourn a little bit quicker there. Nice. She's getting pinned. Oh, hold on. Quick little tip, if you ever see someone being pinned and it's a squishy being someone that's 250 or lower, a Rhine pin is just going to completely annihilate them. So there's no point putting your beam on them, because, you know, it's not going to do anything. Instead, put your beam onto someone else, like your bat, for example, who might be able to do damage to the Rhine. And then, you know, what's it called? And then at that point, you'll be able, you know, to save the person that is being pinned, basically. But unless if it's someone that's like a bastion or like higher HP, like a tank, for example, we don't want to be trying to heal people when they're being pinned. Just let them be like, okay, accept their fate. They're gone. They're dead. I'm going to go beat someone else here. All right, but we'll keep going though. Nice that we're backing out. Nice staying in the lamp. Oh. That's fine. Wind of resin. Nice position there. Oh. I would have not gone for the second touch, by the way. I like the first touch, and I like how you how you end up like crouching with the payload around here. The reasoning is because obviously, you know, you want to like try and avoid the Sombra hack. Then you end up GAing away, which is great, but don't go straight back onto the point. At that point, because you are so weak, you do not want to risk your life for this, what's it called? This, you don't want to risk your life to get yourself back on here because you will just die. And it is better in these kind of longer team fights, or like these like overtime scenarios for you to stay alive. Plus, as well, your Ryan's here to what's it called? To help you guys now with what's called with the stall and everything, so we don't need to be going back onto the points here. So just G yourself away. Really nice for the first touch though, because you know you want to what's it called, you know you want to keep this going, but definitely peel yourself back and go and help like your Sojo, for example, with the overclock. But it's not good though. I'm gonna see what your team end up making of this. Unfortunately, Sojo ends up falling. Your Ryan's doing a pretty good job of stalling before she ends up falling, but it's all good. You got it into overtime though, which is really, really great. I'd look to sling back into where your BAP is a little bit quicker here. Yeah. Look to sling in there a little bit quicker than what you have done. Just purely because we know that, you know, these guys are going to be looking for stagger kills at this point. They want to try and get rid of you guys because then they can get more, like, caught percentage here, basically. We want to try and keep ourselves alive so we can start contesting this point way, way earlier, okay? So if you can, try just do yourself out a little bit sooner. Did we see the cancelled? Yeah, no, it's right this way. Because we managed to get out, which is all good. Just we want to do that a little bit sooner, okay? All good, though. Really nice damage on the map as well. Really, really nice. Nice, waiting for the echo to go before we go and heal up. Nice. Go back to your Sojourn now. Really, really nice. Nice GAs to cover. I say we have Sojourn here. Say we have Sojourn here. The reasoning is because you have BAP to be able to peel for your Rhine here. And BAP can do a considerable amount of damage. Sorry, considerable amount of damage and healing as well, let's be honest. But here, he can do so much healing for your Rhine. He could very easily heal the Rhine from this. We need to try and help our Sojourn here. Because it doesn't happen anymore, unfortunately, because of the DPS passive. But it used to be that Mercy's healing and Winston's primary fire would be the exact same damage to healing. So you could essentially just kind of keep someone up at the exact same HP. It's no longer the case, but it's still very, like, similar. So if you got your beam on someone and Winston's only using his primary, you can keep your Sojourn up, basically. So we need to just basically stay with our Sojourn here, allow the BAP to keep healing the Rhine here and keep the Rhine up, make our main priority to our Sojourn here, basically. Alright? If we had someone like a Zen, for example, I would maybe look to obviously do, you know, to go and help out a little bit more. But because we have this BAP who does a considerable amount of healing, let him heal. Nice that you go and help her, though. Really, really nice. Quick thing with Reaper, leave Reaper to do his own thing. With flankers or like people that have a lot of, you know, like people like Tracer, Sombra, Reaper, that kind of stuff, Venture even as well, leave them if they go into the back line to do their own thing. Let them do their own thing, and unless if they come back to you, either be like a TP or a Wraith, or like with Tracer, for example, if they blink to you, or if Sombra uses a translocator to get out to you, basically, we just, we just want to make sure that, they're coming back to us, because there's absolutely no point us trying to G ourselves in here and get us in a really, really bad spot, especially if, like, they're, you know, inting him, basically. Let's just say that. It's better if we stay back, we play our safe, and then we look for that Reaper to be wraithing out. We can beat the Reaper halfway. Like, let's say the Reaper, like, finishes his duel right now, and then he goes to go and Wraith a Ray, and he's coming up these stairs. We can 100% beat him halfway with his Wraith in order to try and, like, get him up, basically. But we don't need to be going in to go and help him, basically. He can do his own little thing, allow him to distract the back line, because it'll give a huge opportunity for you to damage boost the Sojourn main here and just keep on going, basically. So I would look to damage boost the Sojourn here a little bit more than what you're doing. Hopefully you put your beam back onto in just a second. Nice. Nice. Oh, Healer Reaper. Nice. Really key piece of advice to you, Pearlescent, is always remember who your main bleeding target is. I feel like you had it at the beginning because you were constantly damage boosting your Sojourn. However, just obviously keep on remembering Sojourn is our main bleeding target. Making sure that if we feel like everyone's like quite healthy, just honestly just stick the blue beam onto your Sojourn. Unless if your Ryan's like swinging his hammer at this point, because for example, obviously the shield's up, so Sojourn's not gonna get too much value done. But let's say the Ryan was a little bit closer to the Winston and was actually like swinging at him, then we could obviously put the damage boost on. But we just want to kind of like just make sure that we're popping it on a little bit sooner than what we are. Because look how healthy our Ryan is right now. Our Ryan is so healthy. I get so focused on one specific thing, is stressful fires. It's alright, honestly, Pearlescent. And I think it kind of comes from your positioning in these team fights, because when it gets towards these like at the start of team fights, it's perfect. Your positioning is always really great. You're always using like such great cover and everything. But then when the team fight starts to happen, I feel like once again you slowly start drifting out like this. So if you can, still obviously try to just keep on using your cover like this, and then what's it called? Keep on getting your beams onto other people, and just honestly vibe it out. Okay, but we'll keep on going. I'm really sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background. I believe it's someone coming home. So hopefully you shouldn't be barking for too long. But we'll keep going though. So it's fine for you to go and help your Ryan here. Just make that once again a sling back to your cover, because we don't want to be vibing up in the air here. Nice. And then go back to your Sojourn here. Ryan, once again, is really healthy, is going to pin in. Use that, help your Sojourn here now with the space that's been created to go and help your Ryan. The second thing, don't be G'ing yourself up into the air like this. It's kind of fine with the team comp that they have, because it's not like they've got any hit scans or anything. Like, for example, if they had like an Ash or something, I'd be like, get on the floor. But with the kind of team comp that they got, it's not too bad if you're up in the air a little bit, basically. But I'd still be looking to do, instead of like just doing these like GA and then up vertically in the air, like you are doing, I'd still be looking to do the slings if you can, to these like pieces of cover basically, and just sit and damage boost your Sojourn right now. Alright, but we'll keep going. Go back onto you. Once again, same thing, leave your Reaper if he's doing his own little thing. Help your Sojourn here. Your Sojourn's trying to get the 1v1 with the Echo, so if you can, try to damage boost your Sojourn here instead, because look how healthy everyone is. Nice peel back for her, though. Nice. Really nice peel. Just obviously, when we're doing this peel, obviously we know that the Sojourn's still going to be in a little, risky scenario. So if you can, still try to look at our Sojourn to make sure she's okay. That, though, really great. We're not going to be able to get that res off, which I'm glad you end up realizing. Ooh. I respect it, because I feel like you guys could have won it as well. Nice res. Lovely. Honestly, Pearlescent, I feel like one of your strongest things right now is your reses. Your reses are absolutely perfect. It's very clear to me that you know when to use your res, you know how to use the res, and you know as well how to escape the res afterwards. Really lovely res here. Love, obviously, the time that you go through it, you make sure that your Ryan is, I guess, a decent amount of health. And then I love how as soon as you know that the Echo is coming for us, you know that you've got that escape route, you then use that to go and then come behind this piece of cover. Absolutely beautiful. I thought you were going to hate it. No. Honestly, I respect that, Pearlescent. Really nice res here. Because I definitely think this team fight is still winnable. Nice. My other thing is just once again, try to put your beam onto your DPS here, because your Ryan has just been knocked down, basically. One key thing with Val, because if we can, try to kind of get our beams on so it helps like as many people as we can, basically. So I would look to maybe like damage boost. This will be your BAP behind here, isn't it? It's so annoying, like, because he's being covered by your staff. But I would look to damage boost the BAP here. Because remember, the Ryan's just kind of stood here with his shield. He's not really, going to be doing anything. So I'd be looking to damage boost like one of these guys. Get the beams onto everyone, basically. But we'll keep going. Nice damage boost on the slam. Completely fine to damage boost Ryan here. Because obviously you're trying to help, with the follow-up of the damage. Nice GA away. We know that the Sombra's here, though, okay? Don't be G'ing ourselves up. Because let's say the Sombra keeps on chasing us. and, you know, she's hacked you. You come slamming it out, the, you know, from the sky, and then you're gone, okay? Instead, it's really, really good that you GA away from her in order to stop the hack. Really good reaction time here. But don't be going straight up into the into her LOS. Think, okay, Sombra is here. How do I get out of LOS with Sombra? Okay, I would recommend actually just GAing yourself all the way out here. The reason is because because obviously she has a translocator, Sombra might be a little bit sneaky and maybe just translocate over here, in which case we don't want to kind of like just use this piece of cover because then she can translocate over, boom, and you're gone, okay? Instead, do a sling all the way out here, because then if she comes to translocate over, then it's like, where's the Mercy? And you're like behind the cover already. Alright, but we keep it going though. Really, really nice reaction though to the Sombra. Just obviously make sure that we're still, you know, going out of, you know, make sure that if she wants to carry on chasing us, then we're still getting out of that LOS. We'll keep going though. Once again, nice in your opinion that she might be behind. Really, really great. I feel like at that point she's probably like left though, so it's all good. Follow up with your Soj here. Your Sojourn's looking for an early pick off here, so they're going to really struggle to kind of get back in. Push up with your Sojourn here. Nice. Lovely sling up and over. That's fine. You're obviously being disconnected from your Sojourn here. Nice. Nice sling away. All good. They end up kind of obviously tanking some damage from what's it called? From the Moira. Nice. Very, very nice. Oh, go on. Go on. Slade. Honestly, that whole last team fight with the Glock reminds me so much of me, because I also do the exact same thing where it's like as soon as I see someone that's coming in, I'm like, I'm chasing in with the Glock. That reminded me so much of my gameplay, and I love it. But Pearlescent, really, really great so far though. Really, really nice. So I'll just keep on going, to be honest, because I feel like I've kind of touched on things as I've been going through. Oh, Kiriko. All right. Okay, we're back to Mercy. I was about to say, we're going to see some Kiriko gameplay. But so good, we keep on going. I'll kind of touch on, like, your positives and negatives towards the end of the game, because I feel like I'm very kind of certain on what things I need you to work on and everything to begin with. But really, really great so far, though, Pearlescent. Keep it going. When you're coming out of the spawn, though, use this side, don't use this side. The reason is because this side opens up angles to everyone that stood main, and let's say Widowmaker who's just stood there, your head's gone off, okay? Because obviously we don't know what they're going to be playing right now because, you know, it's a different round. If you can, try to rotate yourself using this side instead, because then if we rotate ourselves this side, then we're completely, you know, we're not opening this angle here, basically. But we keep going. Nice. Honestly, we don't need to be kind of spamming our GA right now. The reason why we don't want to spam our GA right now is, for example, with this Winston, but also, let's say that we haven't checked the leaderboard yet, because obviously, the scoreboard even, not the leaderboard, we can't check the scoreboard yet, so we don't know what they've got. They might still have that Sombra, okay? And we don't want to be spamming our GA a lot, because then, you know, Sombra could very easily be like, oh, Mercy used her GA, start shooting you, oh, wait, she's gonna have a GA on a second, boom, 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 you're gone, okay? If we can, just remember, if we're safe, stay in that space. If we just stand up here, we are completely fine. Sure, the Winston dives in. Maybe we might need to do a GA in order to, like, to try and get round, basically, to go and help the Sojourn, basically. But we definitely, like, you know, we don't want to be spamming the GA a lot like this. Just play up with our back like this, and just play around, basically. Like here, basically. I should review better in games, because I don't realize how much I super jump. No, but it's alright though, Pearlescent. And honestly, if you want to, like, review your own games, you're more than welcome to. Actually, I really, like, what's it called? I really encourage it, especially, but maybe not, like, at the start, like, maybe get a VOD from me first, and then go and do your own VODs, because, you know, if I give you advice for something that you need to work on, then you can look in your own VODs and check to see whether you're doing these things, but also you might be able to point out other things as well, that you might be like, oh, my Valks weren't too great this game, and we can look to see why the Valks were bad and everything like that. But, honestly, there is so much value in, what's it called, in reviewing your own gameplay, 100%. But we keep going though. So nice peel here for the Sojourn. So they do have Ashe now, which means we need to be a little bit more cautious with where we're playing. Nice. Just keep playing around this side bit though. With Circuit, especially when you're playing against hit scans, you have to play so cautiously. I don't know if this is me and like, you know, my top 500 console where, you know, if you peek a widow and then boom, boom, your head's gone kind of thing. But I would vibe up here. And then what's going to happen normally is people will rotate up to these stairs. As soon as you see someone on these stairs, do a straight GA across using your head down and like this basically. So you're blocking your head hitbox, you can only take a body shot basically. But you want to just basically vibe here up until you physically can't anymore because your beams aren't reaching anymore. Circuit, especially on this first bit, is just a map where you just have to... Circuit is... It's not a boring map for Mercy, but it's not a fun map for Mercy either, because unlike really key example is Pearlescent second, right? Pearlescent second, there is so much cover and there is so much like fun like positioning you can do basically around around like different pieces of cover. So you could do so much like fun stuff with Mercy's positioning there. However, with Circuit, because of how open the sidelines are and everything, we can't just be we can't just be kind of like just vibing about basically, or like just be constantly jading about. We have to be really straight with our cover. Another really key example is Havana first and third points. You have to be really cautious and basically just like, you might end up just standing with your blue beam out for like 10 seconds, just be like dum 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 dum. It's just, you know, it's how Mercy plays in these team maps basically, for example. But anyways, we'll keep on going there. We shall see. Let me just quickly keep on going. It's nice to have the Bastion. Nice that we're playing cover here. That's not on you. Nice res using the immortality though. And nice that you've got that thingy out. Love the game sense here. Beautiful. I love how, you know, the lamp has just gone up. They're gonna have a hard time obviously trying to, you know, get rid of the lamp, so you go for the res absolutely straight away. You've got that escape route. Bam, sorted. Once again, amazing res Pearlescent. Cannot fault you on that. My other thing is, you know, because our Ryan's quite healthy here, he's all good. Allow him to do his thing. And instead, use the space that the Ryan has created to be able to go and damage boost your DPS here. You've got two really good damage boostable DPS here. Like, I would say probably stay with your cast a little bit more for the longer ranges, but these two they're not like massively short range, but they kind of have the same range. If you were running say a Sojourn and a Soldier, I would say damage boost the Soldier to begin with because he has a longer range than Sojourn, and then when Sojourn either gets a charge shot or she starts to go in a little bit more aggressively, then we can go and, you know, damage boost the Sojourn. But these two have got like pretty like similar like ranges, so we can kind of like just balance the beam between whoever's like reloading and everything. But just vibe with these guys main and just sit in damage boost. But it's all good. Nice. Once the same thing. Don't be GAing. Can you see how like we've just GA'd completely straight head first into the ash? If we can wait, okay? Because what's gonna happen is watch. In fact, no, hold on. I'm just gonna let this play out because I'm gonna let you watch where the Sojourn's gonna rotate from. Okay? Let me try and get the camera a little bit better. Still trying to learn the PC. Oh, she didn't. Okay, so in a normal scenario, what would happen is the Sojourn would use her slide here. Instead of going up, she would use her slide to come over to this piece of cover here. As soon as we see a DPS in this piece of cover here, do the GA that I talked about earlier to come over to this one, basically. But it's all good. I'm going to see what you end up doing now. So the Ash is above us. We're healing the Ryan because he's 1 HP. All good. That's fine. We just reset there because we've lost quite a few people. Can't get Cass out. All good. Reset. Go again. That's kind of on your Sojourn because I don't know why she would slide up like that basically. But it's all good. We keep on going. Nice. Nice. Like that. That's how. It's not pausing. That's how I want you to play. Love how like you just you sit back like that and you're you're completely fine. Do we need to sling back here? No. And the reasoning is because we can just sit here and allow the BAP to heal the cast. BAP's in a pretty good position right now, right? Because he's really far back. If he just stands here and plays cover, which bear in mind your BAP has been really good this game, so I expect him to sit here and play this cover, he's going to be completely out of LOS, everyone. He's going to be completely fine. So he can just, you know, either use his like little bursty heal, or he'll just, you know, self-regen, and he can heal your cast. Instead, I would stay where I am. The reason is because we don't want to try and rotate again because, you know, we're having that risk of, you know, crossing the Ashe again. But also, who's going to help our Ryan? Remember, the bat can't heal through the shield as well, and we don't want him to peek because he's really, really weak. So, if we can, vibe about here and just kind of vibe where you are. The Moira's on me, I was afraid. Oh, wait, did I miss the Moira? Hold on, let me quickly rewind it a tiny bit. Let me quickly get back onto you. So, with the Moira here, we can actually kind of force her fade, which I'm guessing she has actually done. Okay, I do actually kind of see the heal back. Sorry, I didn't see the Moira initially. I thought the Moira was going to come for, what's it called? For these guys. So I just, no, you're right here. Sorry, I didn't see the Moira coming for you. I thought the Moira was going to, like, come for these guys. But anyways, all good. Kind of, you were right to peel back here. But we'll keep on going, though. See what we end up doing. Oh, that's the wrong person. Nice peel back here. Nice. Nice. If you know the GA is going to be dodgy, don't go for it. Because I feel like it's cool that you kept the beam onto the Ryan, okay? But when you see the Ryan pin like this, and we are, like, here, how are we going to GA? It's just going to be, like, really, really dodgy. Instead, I would, as you've still got your beam on the Ryan, you can still look for other people. Because then it means we can either GA to one of these guys if we feel like it's going to be a better, like, rotation for us. But also if, you know, all, like, you know, all... You know, let's say you can't GA to your BAP or your Sojourn, we will still have our beam on the Ryan, which means we can still GA to our Ryan, basically. But I would have that as a last case resort, doing that GA, instead of, like, looking for other people. But it's okay, we keep going. Try not to, yeah. Once again, same thing, use a GA to go to cover instead of just GAing yourself up in the air like you did. Really key example is with the Bastion. With Bastion, we don't want to be GAing up into his turret form because with turret form, it's so easy for him to track people because he could just go, like, I could show it in game, like this. Like, he will very easily be able to track you, basically. So, just if you can, try to play the cover, but it's all good. We end up going to the cover, which is really nice. We pop the Valk. Just unfortunately, your Bappers are getting picked off. Nice try to keep people up. Lovely cover usage. I would not go for the res here. I respect that you want to go for the res because you want to try and keep this team fight alive, but I feel like at this point, I would be looking to, like, maybe keep people up, look for a few more picks maybe, or, like, wait for people to get weak a little bit more to go for it. But honestly, Pearlescent, to say that's your first bad res and how long we've already played the game for, I respect it. It's all good. But we'll keep going. Just the teamfight reset, and we'll just go again in a second. We have switched to Moira, which means we no longer have the immortality. So it might be the me to hop in to go and help. Oh, no, we switched to Doom. Which isn't the best with Moira. So now we're playing this Moira Mercy. We have to be going again, GAing in to go and help people that are out of the healing range of Moira, basically. But it's all good. Nice, you just damage boosting as we do. Just as soon as Sojourn's back, flick the beam onto her, because obviously Reaper's not going to be able to do anything. Nice. Make this, though, a GA to these stairs. So we don't end up, like, just in the air. Because see how, like, we're in LS of the Ashe if the Ashe was looking at us. Instead, do a GA to these stairs, because then we can play out of LOS of the Ashe, but we can also help the Doom if we want to, and also we have our escape targets here of our Sojourn and everything like that. Our Sojourn looks like she's going to slide up to go and help us, though, so it means that if we were playing around here, we have Sojourn, we can set in damage with Sojourn, who will obviously go and attack the Ashe now, basically. But just, we don't need to be slinging ourselves up in the air when we have the Ashe still on the high ground, basically. But it's all good, we keep on going. Nice, obviously heals onto the Doom. As soon as Doom goes to slamming, nice crouch spam. Just obviously we could have definitely avoided the crouch spam if we played some better cover, basically. Nice. That's fine. Don't worry too much about trying to help your Reaper here. Your Reaper will have a lot of HP and he'll, like, start self-healing and everything. So don't be racing. Unless if it was, like, critical, I won't be looking to kind of race in with him. I would look to just stay with your Sojourn, basically. I'm gonna see what you end up doing, though, because we are getting attacked by 2 people right now. Nice. Lovely. Lovely, lovely here. Because obviously we go up to here and we go in, like, crouch, so it means that the Moira doesn't have, you know, the Moira can't see our hitbox. Really, really nice. All good. We end up peeling back, that's fine. Nicely good to go check that, you know, she's okay. Nice. You can let your Moira heal here, and you can go back to damage boost your Sojourn here. The reason is because your Moira has switched recently, so she's not going to have her ult. And Coalescence isn't, like, you know... I would say Coalescence and Valk are, like, two of the weaker support ults, but they can still do a lot. Nice. Stay pushed up here. We want to stay pushed up here and play with our Sojourn in order to get some damage boost. As Mercy, we should hardly ever be on the points if we can help it. So I'd be looking to push up here and play with the Sojourn. Nice crouching though, make sure the out of LOS. But I'd be looking to maybe get an early pick off here. See Reaper crouching like this? Don't put your beam on him. He's like being sneaky. He's being a little sneaky boy right now. And with us A, putting our beam onto him, but also B, GAing to him, can really give away his position. He's wants to be a little sneaky guy here and maybe like try to get a pick off on the, you know, on the flank basically. All we have to do here is allow him to do his flank and we play main with our Sojourn. Because what will happen is either the Reaper's going to displace people into the Sojourn's LOS or the Reaper's just going to like work in that backline basically. So if you can, try just to kind of play back here basically. And like play with what's it called? Play with our Sojourn here. But it's all good. I'm hoping you realise this in a second. Nice. He's gonna Wraith back. Nice. Nice that we beat him halfway. I would have made that though a sling backwards to obviously more like down here basically. Just because obviously same thing with like people, you know, being made and everything like that. We could just get ourselves back and we can maybe get some more point progress here, but all good. Nice heals on the Reaper here. Really, really nice. Love that. I love how I can very actively see you saving your GA and playing split from your Sojourn here, waiting for that Bastion ult. Love it. Why do we need to do that though? Let's quickly cover that in case people don't know why we've done that, okay? We've done that because Bastion obviously can hit like 3 different areas basically, and we don't want to waste our GA at the start of it because a Bastion will be like, oh look! And then just like presses like little nuke button basically and just absolutely destroy you because, you know, he's seen you use your GA, that's your one movement ability, you'll just get boom, 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 and then it's just gonna go basically. We also need to play split from a Sojourn because then it makes the Bastion think. It makes the Bastion choose between going for the Sojourn and going for you, okay? So I love how you've done that. I love how you played split, and then we've looked for the rest of the ults before we decided to like move about or do our GAs basically. Really, really nicely played there, Pearlescent. Really nice. I just thought I'd kind of just say that if there's any other Mercies that are watching this and didn't really understand why that was. One key thing is when Doom dives in really aggressively, I would look to see if he has his ult. Whenever I'm playing, I'm always like quickly checking the leaderboard basically. No, I keep on saying leaderboard. It's not a leaderboard, it's a scoreboard. I'm always checking the scoreboard. And the reason is because I'm looking for my team's ultimates. The reason is because let's say Winston has Primal and jumps in really, really aggressively. I know he has his Primal, which he can use, which means I know I don't need to desperately jump in and go and help save his life if he gets critical because he has that Primal, he can pop that Primal and go in. Same thing with Doom. Doom as well gains shields when he's up there in the air, ready for his like Meteor Strike basically. So if he goes in really aggressively, I know he has his Meteor Strike, he could just like go Meteor Strike and then just like leave and then he could just drop back down again basically. So it's key with like people like it's mainly like tanks like, you know, like them for example, but if we know that they have these big ultimates they can use to get really, really aggressive, don't be risking our lives to go in. Second thing, I'd look to put my beam on the Moira here because the Moira has got a really good Coalescence here. Which I'm hoping you'll do. Yes, you end up doing, which is really nice. Nice. Popping the Valk in order to try and help everyone. Really nice. Nice. I just stay a point here, yeah. I just want to say, even if you're in LOS of the mob here, we just want to cap the point in order to end the game. So just get onto the point a little bit sooner there. But love how you're playing over that barrier, though, on the just in case. Alright, Pearlescent. Absolutely beautiful gameplay. I've loved all of your VOD here, I will be honest. Like, it's very, very clear to me that you understand the game quite well now, which is absolutely amazing. Let's start first of all on mechanics. I feel like your mechanics are really, really strong. It's very, very clear, especially because literally at the start, we were doing, what's it called? We were doing, like, lots of, like, bunny hops and everything like that, and we were, like, constantly, you know, doing, like, like little bits of tech that I wouldn't expect from a silver Mercy. So already I will say your movements and your movements and overall like your general Mercy mechanics, Pearlescent, are absolutely amazing. I love it. It's also very clear to me that you actually have quite a good bit of decision making and game sense as well. It's absolutely amazing because it's very, very clear that for example, to play split for the Sojourn, it's also very, very clear to me that you know when you need to go for a res basically like that. Yeah, exactly. Way better than a silver Mercy, 100%. Okay. Let's talk about, however, the things that we can improve on. As well, sorry, I don't know where I complimented your reses. I loved your reses. Your reses were absolutely amazing. Apart from the one mistake one, which, we talked about, other than that, though, it was very, very clear to me that you knew where your escape routes are. You know what you needed to do when you were doing their reses. Absolutely beautiful Pearlescent. All right. Things to improve on. First of all is your positioning, okay? Your positioning at the start of team fights starts out absolutely amazing, Pearlescent. I love it. I love how much cover you're using. However, as we slowly get more into the team fight, you slowly start drifting into LOS of people, and it's like, okay, hold on. You always say stay in that piece of cover, okay? I want you to try and keep in your head, Pearlescent, if we're safe, stay in that space, okay? Because there was also a few times we end up jamming ourselves into bad scenarios, even though we could have very easily stayed where we needed to basically. So just if we can obviously work on kind of where we're positioning and keeping on that piece of cover. It might just be because it's circuit and we have to be extremely cautious with our positioning on circuit. But generally, especially before team fights, it was really, really great, okay? Damage boost was the one thing you wanted help with, and I could definitely see it in this VOD. It feels like, as we get into the more stressful team fights, same thing again, we very much default our beam onto our tank. Just if we can, try to think to ourselves, does my tank need my help, and can my second support help them? So if, for example, obviously there was points where the Ryan was going in really crit and was in front of the Winston bubble, in which case, yes, we need to go and help him because obviously Bat can't heal through that. But there was a few times where the Bat was still quite close to the Ryan and was actually focusing the heals onto the Ryan. Then points, we can then go and help, we can then go and help our DPS a little bit more and push that damage boost. Other than that, it's just trying to push damage boost a little bit more, to finish people off quickly, basically. But really, really great. Valks were good as well, Pearlescent. I have no issues with your Valks. And I feel like, honestly, that's kind of your main two things, Pearlescent, is literally just work on pushing that damage boost on key people and really be critical with your positioning and just making sure that we're not drifting out into the open. Oh, one thing, actually, I will say, this kind of taps onto your movement. Your movement is great, do not get me wrong, but really try to utilize the straight slings instead of the super jumps a little bit more, because there's been a few times we end up obviously super jumping ourselves up into the air thinking it's good positioning. Remember, we want to use super jump to position rather than positioning. Absolutely, I love that Neandra quote, honestly. One Neandra means by that is essentially we want to try and use our super jumps to get ourselves into a better position rather than using the super jump as our positioning, because if we end up using the super jump as our positioning, we just end up in a really bad spot because people are just going to be like pew 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 in the air. But with that, Pearlescent, obviously thank you so much for the VOD. It was absolutely lovely to see that first ever VOD, and I'm hoping to see more of you in the future. But yeah, thank you so much to everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch to be watching this. You guys saw at the beginning how you get your own VOD, so if you guys want one, then just follow the instructions at the start. But yeah, thank you so much for the lovely VOD, everyone, and I'll see you all later.